And good morning, everybody. Peter Jolly with you. Great to have your company here this morning for day 2 of the 2021 Harvey Norman National Championships. A huge festival, and look at the superb timing as we see both of the sides about to come out onto the field. Speaking of our First Nations gems about to tackle the Australian Defence Force. What a huge day yesterday. I'll just keep you up to date with how everything unfolded. It was a big victory in the Open Women's to Northern Territory in our first game yesterday. Congratulations to the Northern Territory, getting up by 6 points to 0. First Nations, what an impressive up-front performance over the Territory, downing them by 16 points to 0. They were able to come back and do it again over Victoria. So they've got the double, haven't they, on their first day of competition, downing Victoria by 12 points to 4. The ADF were too good over Victoria by 12 points to 4. And congratulations to Western Australia over the ADF by 6 points to 0. In the 19s, big victories for New South Wales Rugby League City, the Queensland Rugby League Sapphires, and also congratulations to the QRL Rubies, putting the sword through South Australia by a whopping 66 points to 0. And New South Wales Rugby League Country, too good for the Northern Territory, 28 points to 0. So we're about set to get the first clash of the day underway. Sit back and enjoy this one as we see the first use of the football, and here we go again. Reminiscent to yesterday's first hit up. Big tackles. It's going to be a feature of the tournament, along with some spectacular tries that we see throughout the entire 6.5 hours of our live coverage right here on NRL.com. We can't do it without thanks also to our friends at Harvey Norman, our major sponsor. We thank you for your contribution in our great game of rugby league. So that's the halfway line in shot. As we see now, surging run up over the halfway line, as you'd expect, here by the Defence Force. Look for the kick now. There it goes, downfield, in between fullback and the winger. But look at this, follow through with the kick. Beautiful passage of play, as we see now coming away with it. Here's Constable, taken down there by Thomas. So just outside the 30-metre line, as our First Nations tackle the Australian Defence Force. Big crowd in here for our first clash of the morning as well. Congratulations to everybody that came into the spectacular stadium yesterday. And don't forget, we'll be here tomorrow as well from 9:30 and from 10 o'clock on Grand Final Day, which is coming your way on Sunday. First penalty of the match going to the ADF. So let's see how far they can get outside their own half here. Not much breeze to speak about here on day 2 of the championships. So not particularly favouring any particular side here in the first half of footy. Beyond the 40-metre line now. Taken down there by Draper. Tackling in big numbers, aren't they? Not 3, but 4 bodies in each tackle here. Back it comes to Hawkins. Here's Allsop. Nice distribution of the footy there to make him. So they're looking for first points here on day 2. But Longford told to go back away and play it. Inching closer. Last tackle now. What's their last play? Little kick in towards the in-goal area. They're flying through, but taking over the dead ball line. I think we're going to have a goal line dropout. Well, what a nice little lated kick. Pinpoint kick. Well, we speak about accuracy on the last play tackles. Does it come much better than that in a pressure cooker situation? So the goal line dropout. Bouncing back towards the 40-metre line. Here comes Lauren Dam onto the footy. Taking ground. Centre field. Here's Makem. The big bustling prop. She'll damage you at every opportunity. Back to Hawkins. So they're applying the pressure early on. Barging their way close. Longford. Here come the defence force. Allsop switches it. They go for the intercept. Oh, what a play. They read it well there, the First Nations, and they've come down with it there through Kelly. Oh, how good's this? Great energy to start day 2 of the championships. Now they put the foot to the accelerator, up over the halfway line. Well, talk about turning defence into attack. Good go forward here. Back from Kelly. We know that she loves to offload the ball at every opportunity. She's very dangerous when she gets going. They've come 60 metres here, First Nations. Oh, we're rocking and rolling early in the morning, aren't we? Here's Simon, pumps one in towards the corner. Look at the defence. They're going to bring her close to the sideline. Just to be a little bit careful. You don't want to give away a penalty. Did well there to stay in the field of play there, Cassidy Morley. Tonga Galea over the top, combining in defence with Simon. Trying to step their way through the middle lane. Couple more left up their sleeve. This is game 1 of the championships. Day 2. That's the 40-metre line they go beyond. Here's Makem again. Looking for a quick play the ball. Pressure on the kicker. But Evans was able to boot it downtown. The ball falling awkwardly here for Constable. Now she's lost it and it's got into touch. Oh, talk about pressure. Well, that rolling ball. Take a look at this. Gee, we love the Steeden. But not like this, when it's rolling away from you. Oh, she's like, well, what else could I have done? So 8 minutes gone in here on the NRL.com scoreboard. We're still searching for first points. Will it come in this set for the defence force? From Evans. Here to Makem. Only a couple of metres away. Here's Evans again. Shifting it. Still going. Did well there too. Offload the football. There's a chance to the right. Can they offload? Longford. She's trying to get that pass away. 3 gems prevent her from offloading. Allsop. Evans. Gee, Evans has been in everything. She's the go-to. Allsop. Crafty. Chance to the left. They're spread this way. Can they offload? What a tackle! Superb rugby league. Was there a knock on there? I think there was. Yes, there was. Changeover was the last tackle anyway. Oh, how good's this? Day 2 of the championships. Look at that ball and all tackle, 1-on-1. And there's the tiny knock on that brought it all unstuck. I hope you're enjoying this right across Australia. What an opening stanza. Losing the ball though. Now, was that stripped? The crowd tells the story. Referee agrees. Stripped out. So we'll see the second penalty of the morning here for the First Nations. Our invitational side in the championships for 2021 doing an outstanding job, aren't they? As I mentioned, undefeated. 16 points to nil over the Northern Territory yesterday. And that was followed up by an 8-point victory over Victoria. So they are in red-hot form, leading their pool as we head towards finals footy on Sunday. Who will be there? Plenty of scripts to be written between now and Sunday. So Lusic. Trapman, oh, put it down, can they? I don't know. Inside the 20, now they come across. Still on. Simon distributes it. Draper stepping, still going. She'll get there. Oh, what a try. First Nations. Incredible rugby league try. 4-0. Wow. We've seen some incredible rugby league tries, and now we've seen another one, and we're about to see it again on our NRL.com replay. Well, how good was that? Shifting one another around the park. Well, I don't know if the Australian Defence Force, well, they couldn't keep up, could they? They just couldn't do it. Early days yet, but the Gems just cementing what we already know from day 1 of the championships. There's no denying they are in red-hot form. Here's the kick now from Kelly. We've got a bird's eye view of this one. Trying to bring it back around, but just fades to the left-hand side of the post. So 4 points to nil. What a massive confidence boost. Do they need any confidence more than they've got at the moment? Probably not. As we come back to halfway now for the Australian Defence Force. As I said, lost 1-1 yesterday, the ADF. Their first game, of course, was over Victoria. They got up by 12 points to 4 and then went down in their corresponding clash immediately after to Western Australia by 6 points to nil. Only one try, of course, in that clash. So who will go through to finals football? There's Kelly dishing it up again. Beating 1, beating 2. Trying to get away from 3. Shrugged away from 4. 5 and 6. Finally have to put the big bopper down in Big Trapman. Oh, end-to-end rugby league. Just how we like it here on NRL.com. That's the halfway line. Well, they know the Defence Force, the only way they're going to take the Gems down into the field is by tackling in 3 or 4s. 6 more tackles. Tackle count restarted. Draper wants it. But Lamb goes to self. Too slow getting off. Ricker Lamb. Referee not going to put up with anything like that today. Nor should she. Tongalia now. Good run by Brooke. That's where they are, only a couple of metres away. Short ball off the hip. Standing in the tackle. There's Lamb. Close, aren't they? Only a couple away. Lamb again, shifting it. Kelly. And this time it goes straight into the possession of the defence force. Well, what a reprieve for them as they come away with the football outside their own 20-metre line. So 5 minutes remaining in our first clash here on day 2 of the championships. 1 try after the first 6 minutes of the match for the Gems. As the breeze intensifies here, which will be behind the defence force. With 5 minutes remaining. So Hickson just lying down for a little bit too long for our referee's liking. So with the breeze behind them, they should be able to find good metres off the touch finder if they decide to put it into touch. Looks like they may well take the tap and try and get the Gems a little bit offside, but that didn't quite go the way. They were back with the referee, but momentum continues to come up the short commentary side. Here's Makem. Set upon there by Clayton. As Evans now goes short. One-on-one tackle there with Hawkins. Here's Love King. Lamb dropping off. Good stepping game, Evans. Good offloading game as well. Can they keep it going? They're right on the line. Evans, what's her option from dummy half? Spiralling ball intended for the winger. Great scramble. And over the touchline they go. So there's Evans again. She threw that wild ball. Picked up on the bounce. But the Gems absolutely celebrating with terrific defence on their own line. It's been a feature of the tournament, their defence. They've only allowed in 1 try in 2 days of competition. So Lamb looking around for Kelly. Nice basketball pass over the top. This time for Brittany Constable. Just short of her 40-metre line. We're live, we're exclusive on NRL.com. Here's Trapman again. Oh, she's a fan favourite. And easy to understand why. What a tournament so far. Lusic. Here they go down the touchline. Togo. Good ball. They come back on the infield. Right on the 30. Draper spinning it. Simon stepping. Now kicking. Taken in mid-flight by Callaghan. What a hit. Cop that. Right on the 30, penalty. Oh, talk about tension. I don't know if you can hear the sound effects going around stadium here. A good chat amongst the players. And in an intense atmosphere. They've brought the supporters bus. The First Nations Gems. Look at this. Take a look at this. Draper. They're on Dam. Back away from Budgeon. Now finding Marty Longford. She generates great contact in defence. With a great offload in the game as well. Back from Sinclair. Evans. Here's Longford. Couple more left up their sleeve. Evans again, comes to Makem, stepping inside the 10. Last tackle now for the Defence Force. Looking for their first try on day 2. They're going to run it. Allsop. She can't get through though, can she? Changeover back to First Nations with only 30 seconds remaining in this clash. One try in 20 minutes of footy. I'll be looking to the ADF here, try to get this footy back at every opportunity, but time could well be well against them. As we head inside the final 10 seconds. Look at this defence. So the siren's about to go any second now. As the Gems have the last play of the match. And it's game over, folks. Well done to the First Nations Gems as they receive a penalty after the siren. Well, they're going to remain, one would think, undefeated as the kick goes into touch. And that's all she wrote for the first clash of our Open Women's. What a start to day 2 of the championships. The First Nations Gems getting up over the Australian Defence Force by 4 points to 0.